Yeah, he might think it's like a spam.
No, I think that's
I
pretty
mean, I
specific.
included enough information that if it was someone else, it would be insane.
Send a picture of me and you in the studio. Give me a thumbs up. It's us.
This is hilarious. Recording at the moment.
We need you, buddy.
Welcome back to Macrodosing. It is Tuesday. It is October 21st, and we're back. Myself, Big T, Arian, Mad Dog, McKenzie. Today's episode is going to be brought to you by our awesome friends over at Game Time. Game Time is the best place to buy tickets, best place to get into a college football game. If you're in the tailgate and you don't have tickets and you're like, hey, where am I going to sit? Guess what? They got you covered. They've got the best seats with best deals at last-minute prices, and they guarantee their seats too. 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price, and the fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. Is there any game you're looking forward to this weekend, Big T?
There are several good ones, but we like to pick different games around here when we're looking at Game Time. So I went and looked at UCLA going to number 2 Indiana.
Are you putting them on upset alert?
Not alert.
Just heads up.
Watch.
Hey, like heads up, UCLA is going to be
Isn't
here.
it? Watch is like there might be a hurricane, there might not. Warning is a hurricane's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on upset watch.
Okay. That's fair.
Which is insane given that UCLA was looking like they were going to go 0-12. But on Game Time, I can get you in to Indiana UCLA for $112 to see the number 2 team in the country.
There you go. Go see Sig's boys. Have a fun time with Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code MACRO, $20 off that first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code MACRO, get $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. All right, we're back. It's good to see everybody. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I did not have that great of a weekend. I didn't have a good Sunday. I had a bad Sunday. Don't know how much more I can talk about it, but the Commanders are just bringing me down. Jaden's hurt again. Everything's bad.
Okay.
That's my recap. Hamstring.
Damn.
Hamstring. But it looked bad when he got tackled, so I was worried for a second. It was like ACL. It was season long. Next season's going to stink. They're just not a very good team right now, and he was so good last year that he covered up for a lot of the holes on the roster, and we kind of skipped past the rebuilding phase and went all in, and you can't really skip the rebuilding phase because it comes back to bite you in the ass, and that's what I'm going through right now. And I'm actually looking for a little bit of advice from you guys because I do have tickets to go see the Commanders and the Chiefs Monday night in Arrowhead. It's probably going to be Marcus Mariota. It's probably going to be Robbie Chosen at wide receiver 1.
Had a nice long career.
It's probably going to be Jalen Lane, rookie. Nice rookie at wide receiver 2. It's probably going to be Chris Moore, journeyman, at wide receiver 3. And, again, it's against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, who look like they might just be the best team in the world right now. So, I'm thinking about pulling the plug on the trip.
No.
But the problem is, it's a birthday present for my friend. Every year I get us tickets to go to a Commanders Monday night game because those are the ones that I can go to and watch in person usually. And so this year was going to be the Chiefs, and we're like, hey, we're going to go to Kansas City. Both teams are probably going to be like 5-1. Could be a passing of the torch game. Jaden taking that next step, beating Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead.
You did not think that shit up.
Oh, I did.
Oh, he 1,000%.
Oh, I thought it. And now I'm looking at a very bad football team with a backup quarterback and nobody on offense against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, and I don't know what to do about it. They're awesome seats too. They're they're pretty much the best seats in Arrowhead Stadium because I was
go to the game. Go to the
so
game,
excited about going to this game.
Go to the game, bro. Go to the game.
Listen, do you? And I'm genuinely asking this because people have different answers. Do you watch the Commanders because it's going to make or break your life if they win or lose, or do you watch them because it's something you can talk about with your friends? It's what you've grown up on. It's what you guys have cared about for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because that seems like this trip for Hard Factor Pat's birthday.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this is about.
Yeah, it's about friendship.
Right.
It's about the journey, but also it's very sad to like make that entire trip
Yeah, you would rather they win.
knowing that you're going to get your ass kicked. I think they're 9.5-point underdogs right now. I would take the Chiefs.
But how sweet would it be if they just
That's
it.
that's poisonous mentality, Mackenzie. Because yes, I have thought that exact same thing like 5 times this
and
morning.
you're there. And
Like,
you
but
beat
what if we
Patrick
just
Mahomes,
beat them?
yeah.
How awesome would that
It'd be
be?
sick.
Crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
That is true.
Chiefs aren't the normal
They're-
Chiefs this year.
They're
They're
Uh,
back.
they
Oh,
are
they're
now.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I regret to inform you the
No.
Chiefs are back. Yes, 100% they're back. So that's watch this space for updates as the week goes on.
What's the percentage right now?
I'm probably like 75% going to go.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but it's the situation remains fluid.
Sure.
Yeah, Big T, I'm sorry for your loss on Saturday night.
Yeah. Saturday, sad day, bad day. In the morning, I heard some rumblings that our baseball coach might be leaving. Then in the afternoon, that gets reported. Then at night, we got our ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Ran literally, and I'm using literally correctly, the dumbest play I've ever seen. Arian, I'm assuming you weren't locked in on UT Bama?
It was on.
Okay.
I wasn't like locked. Yeah, I wasn't.
So
like,
you
locked in,
may have seen this play, but you've played a lot of football. 2nd and goal
allegedly.
with 9 seconds left in the half from the
Did
one
see this
from
play.
the 1
Spider
yard
two
line.
white banana.
The offense does not have a timeout. I'm roughly 100% of the time you're going to pass that ball, more or less.
Yeah, you have to pass that ball.
Tennessee came out in a 4-man backfield. I'm pretty sure. May have been 3, but I'm pretty sure there were 4 guys back there. Under center and ran a play action, like, leak 2-man route with our 2 slowest tight ends. And it was a 99-yard pick six. We were down 9 at the time, so that was we went from could have been down a point or 2 to down 16 going into the break.
It's
And then we lost by 17. We played fine in the second half for the most part.
yeah, that was the game.
Yes.
When it happened, that was the game, and I think it was just Spider 2 Y banana, but they used very, very slow guys to run it.
It was.
And the route got undercut.
It was a bad throw. It was a bad throw.
It
You
was,
that's
but
got-
like
that's
you.
gotta go outside. You cannot leave that route inside. That's where the defense is coming from. You cannot leave that. Inside.
But
That is
Joey was put in the position to have that happen. Like, it was
a
a
bad throw.
insane play call.
I mean,
you
Gruden would tell
don't
you
get to
Spider
call the
2 Y
plays.
banana.
The coaches call the plays. You got to run and you got to execute how. Now if the defender makes an amazing play and somehow miraculously gets to his outside shoulder and makes that play, that's just a good defensive play. You got to live with that. But that is the quarterback owns that. Not a good play call in my opinion, but that
The whole
Quarterback
thing
on.
just.
When it happened, it was there was 0 seconds left on the clock when he scored. So if anybody had gotten him out of bounds or tackled him,
And Deshaun Bishop
Half over.
almost made the tackle.
almost got him. But when that happened, Big T, let me just give you a little bit of background, set the scene a little bit for what I was up to at that point. I went out for a couple ice cold beers with good friend Mark Titus on Saturday, and made it home for the Tennessee Bama game. Before I left the beers location, there was a little bakery that was next to the beers location, and at said bakery, they specialize in making extra fun cookies. And so I got some good recommendations from the very nice lady that was working there saying, okay, well, this cookie is 20 milligrams, that cookie's 20 milligrams, and
Of chocolate?
of fun, of
Okay.
fun stuff. And so
Confetti?
I know.
Funfetti?
yeah, it's very, kind of, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think that I know my tolerance level pretty good. And so I got one of these cookies. I divided up into quarters, and I had a quarter of the cookie. And I'm watching this Alabama-Tennessee game, and right as Tennessee is driving at the end of the half, I just realized I don't know what was in those cookies, but I had way too much. And they threw this pass, and I just stood up on my couch, and I just kept saying, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God, no. And I kept saying that for probably like 2 minutes after, like as it went into halftime. I just kept looking around the room being like, that is the worst thing that could ever happen to a football team.
Yeah.
That is literally the worst thing that is possible to happen in a football game to a football team. Just happened in Tennessee, and this game is over.
Yeah.
The
Well,
game
I mean,
the game was that's a 14-point swing.
Your starting quarterback could injure a hamstring. That's pretty bad too.
You can just shut the fuck
No,
up.
no, no.
Arian.
This is way worse than your quarterback getting hurt.
Nah, you can bounce back from this. You can't bounce back with a backup, dog.
A 14-point swing, and then I kept watching the second half because I was like, what if Tennessee just has a crazy play of their own? What if they just make a play on defense? But at that point, it's like no matter. It was an even game in the second half. You guys played pretty good. Played at Alabama's level.
Deshaun Bishop was great. I don't know. We came out slinging the ball all over the place with 2 running backs who averaged 8.8 yards a carry. I don't know. The whole thing was, and then, so we're down 17 at the end of the game with like 3 or 4 minutes left. It's 4th and 10 from the 20. You need a field goal if you're not going to win. But if you were to somehow pull it off, you need a field goal.
Yep.
They go for it, don't get it. Then we get the ball back and end the game in what may have been a touchdown. They don't call. So we should have scored 10 points at the end of the game, which even after all that, you would have lost by 7 instead of 17. And that could come into play at some point later if you somehow rattle off 5 straight wins, which I'm dubious of. But like just the whole thing was whatever.
There's just a heartbreaking play like that. It's tough.
What's General Neyland's main maxim, Big T?
Play for and make the breaks, and when one comes your way, score.
Nope. Team that makes the fewest mistakes will win.
Correct.
What are General Neyland's other maxims?
Oh God, I think that's the first one.
Team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks when one comes your way, score.
Yeah.
Ball, Oski, cut, slice, pursue, and gang tackle, for this is the winning edge.
What's Oski?
Oski is what you yell when is that fumble or it's something players yell when like there's a loose ball, right?
Yeah, I think Oski's in a
it's a pick. It's a pick.
Is it a pick?
I think so.
It's been a
yeah.
minute. Yeah.
Do the kids still yell Oski?
Probably.
When
not.
I was in high school, I remember it being a thing. Carry the fight to whoever you're playing. Keep it there for 60 minutes.
Yep, it's a pick. Yep.
Protect the kicker, the quarterback, and our ball game. How many is that? I'm missing one or two.
I forget. It's been almost 20 years, dog.
Oh, press the kicking game. Here is where the breaks are made.
Here's where the breaks are made. Yeah.
And if at first the game or the breaks go against you, do not let up. Put on more steam.
Put on more steam.
Put on more steam. I like that.
Shout out to General Neyland. This is my favorite time of year, though. It smells like football. You know what I mean? Like when you go outside.
Yeah.
And that's just been my life, my entire life. When you go outside, it's that a little brisk breeze. You can smell the grass, especially like Saturday mornings. Beautiful time of year.
Putting on a hoodie, stepping outside.
One time, yeah.
Legs were cold this morning. That felt good.
Yeah, I bet you was ashy too, huh?
I'm not ashy. I take care of myself.
You don't wash your legs.
The soap drips down. We've been over that. we got guys at this company that don't use soap, Arian. You should consider yourself lucky that I at least lather up.
That's wild, man.
It is. So Big T, that was bad for Tennessee this weekend. And then did things get worse for Tennessee this weekend?
What, Vitello?
Yeah, your baseball
coach. Well,
it
seems like he's dragging it out, which might be good. So
he's not leaving.
Well, we don't know. He was at practice last night. He was in his office.
I mean, there's no chance that Tennessee can pay him what the Giants are going to pay him.
No, but he makes $3 million a year right now, which would already put him, I think, in like the top half of MLB managers. So let's say he's going to go make $6 million, right? Which would be a lot.
Yeah.
Your cost of living from Knoxville, Tennessee to San Francisco goes up, what, 400%?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you have that. He's now paying an additional 12 or 13% in state income taxes.
Yep.
You're working every single day from February to October, like you're at a ballpark 12 hours a day. Now, like obviously college has recruiting and all sorts of stuff that
Right.
pros don't have. And if he leaves, best of luck. I wouldn't be mad about it. Like, I understand there's only 30 of those jobs, and that's probably something he's wanted to do his whole life. I will be mad if he gets canned in 3 years and then comes back to another job in the SEC.
Which he might do, yeah.
Which I think is part of the calculus of taking that job. Like, listen, if it doesn't work out, I can get whatever college job I want.
It seems like a strange leap to go from being a college baseball coach to a MLB manager.
It's never happened.
It almost seems like two distinctly different jobs.
At least directly.
Doesn't it seem like different jobs?
Oh, very different.
Like if you're a college baseball coach, you probably do a lot of player development. You probably do a lot of actual coaching.
Yes.
Like teaching fundamentals, working with players. As a manager, I don't know how much you do any of that.
Not really.
You do like a lot of strategy. You've got your hitting coach. You've got your other coaches that you talk to, but
you're an ego manager more than anything.
Yeah.
You got to manage the clubhouse.
That's what you do. You just kind of try to keep the boys light and figure out like the best strategy in terms of substitutions and batting order, and that's pretty much it. But if you're a great college coach, I don't think that translates at all to being a good MLB manager.
I think some of it does, but yeah, his greatest strengths are recruiting, which you don't get to do, development, which you're not really doing. So yeah, it's interesting. It's certainly out of the box.
A really good, like, who do you think is the best manager in baseball right now?
Pat Murphy.
You think Pat Murphy?
That's the only fucking one I know.
It's hard to say because, like, I guess you'd say Dave Roberts, though it's not like he does anything tactically that
I could manage that team.
Correct.
I would do a pretty fucking good job of managing that team.
Like Murphy, you would have to say he's probably, I would guess he'll win manager of the year because they, kind of came out of nowhere. And so, like, it's just hard to tell.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you'd have to say Dave Roberts, though.
Schneider?
I don't even know who that is.
John Schneider, Blue Jays.
Oh, yeah. Fine. AJ Hinch, fine.
But if you were to take the best manager and replace that person with the worst manager in baseball, what is the difference? Like, how many games is the best manager worth?
Right. Again,
depends on the roster, honestly.
Right. Put the worst manager in Major League Baseball on the Dodgers.
Okay, Aaron.
I think they'd be fine.
Aaron Boone on the Dodgers. What does he get?
He would mess something up.
I think they'd be okay.
He'd be so bad.
And if you put Dave Roberts on the Yankees, are we talking about the Yankees?
Would be just fine.
Like we're talking about the Dodgers?
No.
Probably not.
So that game that Shohei had on Friday, huh?
Stupid.
Unbelievable.
Insane.
Stupid.
Is that the best day ever for anybody in any sport?
It's up there.
I think it might be.
Would you rather have
like we were talking about that Jamal Lewis game?
No, it's killing that.
Yeah, it's killing.
I mean, that's a great fucking day, but that shit that he did was just it was impressive and fun to watch as a baseball fan. Hate that it happened against my squad. That was tough.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough pill to swallow. Dodgers, what I've learned in playoff baseball is that there is another level that teams go to. There's a gear. You know what I'm saying? There's a level that teams go to, and the Dodgers went there, and you could just tell there's a difference. And proud of the squad. This is my give me my time. Proud of the squad. We had a fun year. I had an amazing time, and we're gonna be back next year. But they already talking about shopping Freddie Peralta, dog. I've seen that running around. I'm like, come on, cuz. Like, this was the knock when I first started being a Brewers fan. Brewers fans would always hit me, and they'd be like, dog, like, we never spend no money on no players, and it's this every year. And I'm starting to see what's happening.
I don't know how in tune you are with the MLB labor situation, but not next year, but 27, there's going to be a lockout, and it could be like very lengthy.
What is the reason? Like players are unhappy.
The owners want a salary cap.
The owners want a cap, which the players obviously do not. And there's a big. So some people are mad at the Dodgers for spending a ton of money and basically buying championships. Other people are mad at teams like the Pirates and the Rockies for spending no money and allowing those teams to do that. So the owners want to create a salary cap to just kind of make it, like the NFL, like here's what you can spend, here's whatever. I'm personally not in favor of that. You could talk me into a floor, because some of these teams that are spending $60 million on their payroll because they know they're going to make a shit ton of money in TV revenue and they don't really have to spend money on the team anyway. That's what's
Right.
killing the sport, and that's not the Dodgers. Now, the Dodgers have the money to go out and do that, but so do these other teams. They just don't want to.
Yeah. I don't know that I'm a fan of a salary cap. Being a ex-professional athlete, I think. Like, I understand the argument from a fan's perspective. They're probably thinking like it's skewed and it creates an imbalance. But I feel like an organization that is dedicated to getting the players, quality players that they need, they'll do what they have to do that, and they'll spend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though I understand the argument and I know it would absolutely help, like my squad, I don't know. Nah.
Even
you worth what everybody wants to pay you.
agreed. Maybe a system like what the NBA has, where there's a soft cap, and then if you go over it, you have to pay penalties. Like, because then if you really want to do it, you can. It just becomes very difficult. But like a hard salary cap, I hate.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. Even though I know it would highly benefit the market in which my team is in. Not a fan. I think you just pay your players, dog. There's no way you let Freddie walk. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
frustrating.
if they do a salary cap, there's going to be a salary floor that's put in as well. But I don't think the players are going to go for any sort of cap whatsoever, and they shouldn't.
Nah,
They've
I don't.
Major League Baseball has had a good history, at least in the last 50 years, with their players union. They do a pretty decent job, especially if you compare it to the other major sports out there.
Mhm.
Baseball feels like the one, and the NBA too. But there's so many fewer NBA players than there are baseball players. But they do a good job of making sure their contracts are guaranteed. It's very player friendly for the most part. But then you've got all the owners, and they do want a salary cap. And I think Rob Manfred wants a salary cap too. But yeah, just there are going to be cheap owners. That's just kind of reality of it. And I don't think that we should be babying the cheap owners by making the owners that want to spend not allowed to pay that money.
I'll tell you one thing we got to put in, though. Get rid of what the Dodgers do with, Shohei Ohtani's making like what a good dentist makes. And then in 20 years, he'll get paid $50 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
No more of that. You can defer, 20% of your salary if you want. But if you want to pay a guy $50 million a year, you got to pay him at least $40 in the year that he's playing.
I don't hate that.
Because that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, we were trying to figure out what would be the football equivalent or other sport equivalent to what Shohei Ohtani did on Friday night. And we came up with, like, if Travis Hunter had 3 pick sixes and 3 touchdowns receiving and 300 yards receiving in the AFC Championship game.
3 pick sixes is a lot.
I think
he hit
I think
3
that
home
would,
runs.
I think that would actually surpass what Ohtani did.
Well, that'd be the 3 touchdowns.
That would be fucking insane, dog.
So 3 touchdowns would be the 3 homers, and then 10 strikeouts and 6 scoreless would be maybe
250-yard game.
2 picks, maybe?
2 picks, 1 pick six?
I don't even think you have to return one for a touchdown. Maybe 1 pick and like 4 pass breakups or something. And then yards, you'd have to have like 230.
Okay. What about NBA?
Wilt
Oh,
I don't think
Chamberlain.
there is an equivalent in the NBA because everybody does play offense and defense. So it's
quadruple double with blocks, points, and they're all 20 over 20.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 blocks, 20 rebounds, 20 steals, and 50 points. That's what that motherfucker did.
And went like 14 for 15 from the field.
That would be a fire game.
Pretty good game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was impressive. My daughter was my daughter. I made all my kids watch the Brewers, and my daughter, like, she had left the room. She comes back, and she's like, "Is this the guy?" I was like, "Yeah, that's like one of the best baseball players in the league." And she goes, "Okay." So like later on happens, boom, he hits one, boom, hits another one. She left, and she comes back. She goes, "Oh my God, he did it again on the third one." I was like, "Yeah, man."
Also, by the way, one of them, I believe, did go out of the stadium. They were all like,
one came very
Bomb.
close to go. Yeah, it like landed on
Yeah.
top of that little tent out there or whatever.
Bomb.
There were
dog.
bombs. No doubters.
Shout out to him, man. The greatest part about that was he was struggling that entire series. Like he was struggling. Like he was not. I think he was like 0 for something, and then all of a sudden he just comes and fucking 8-town stomps on the grave of the Brewers. Dog, that shit was tough.
I
Yeah,
think he
sure.
probably is the most talented baseball player that's ever lived. But if he had played in the major leagues from the time he was 21, I mean, there'd be
No question about
there'd
it.
be nobody that would even be in the conversation.
How old is he now?
31, 32?
Oh, I thought he was younger than that. Damn, look like a baby,
He's
bro.
31. Because in Japan, I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm not familiar with the whole thing, but I think they have to play in Japan for a little while
Mhm.
before they can then their Japanese team can like put them up for sale basically to
Okay.
MLB. Because there's a guy right now, his name's Munetaka Murakami, and he's supposed to be just unreal.
They got some motherfucking names on
Yeah.
there.
They do. Some
And so he's going to
hard
be the
names.
next one to come over. I'm sure he'll go to the Dodgers.
They say
and
that the pitchers sometimes struggle coming over to Major League Baseball because the balls are different. Like there's slight differences, so it takes guys like a season or two to really get a feel for the balls. But Ohtani seemed to pick it up pretty quick. Yeah. Crazy that Ohtani
Sure.
Ohtani and Trout were on the same team.
never won a thing.
Never really even.
Did they go to the playoffs?
No, Mike Trout. That's football season for Mike Trout.
Yeah.
That interferes with the birds.
Eagles, yeah.
Yeah, the season ends for the Angels, and Mike Trout becomes the world's biggest Phillies fan too. He's just like, all right, I get to watch. I don't know why he doesn't just, say, hey, can you please trade me to the Phillies? Like that's where I'd rather be. But I think
he re-signed there. That's on him.
yeah, I feel like with him, he likes his time off in October.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's going to have an incredible career, make a ton of money, and then he gets to go to Eagles games.
He's a top 5 baseball player of all time.
I'm no longer convinced of that.
Oh, you think he played his way out of
Best ability is availability.
it? Yeah.
He just doesn't play.
Yeah.
It's one of the most talented I've ever seen.
Yep.
Highlights for the Brewers in that series. Jackson Chourio is a star. Mizorowski took a big step forward. We needed him to, our bullpen was depleted after the first 2 games, and he showed up and did well. And that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
You'd rather get swept though than like whichever one of these teams loses game 7 tonight.
No. Fuck no. I'll tell you why. We didn't even pinch them motherfuckers, dog. I think for the first 3 games we had like 9 hits. Not even that. Something
I mean, game
crazy
1
like
they
that.
did almost have it.
Oh, yeah, and I like that though. The fight. As a fan, I want to see you fight, dog. I had my little league game last week, and them little motherfuckers almost quit on me because we was losing on the last couple drives, and I almost blew a fucking gasket. I'm like, listen, dog, I don't give a fuck. I was cussing at him too. I was like, I don't give a fuck if we win or lose these games. I said, but y'all is not gonna quit. I was like, this game means too much to too many people to sit here and let y'all disrespect it like that. I was after the game. I was cussing their ass out. I was like, that shit ain't gonna fly. Like if you fuck up hard, but don't be out here feeling sorry for yourselves quitting. So I say all that to say,
Get him on.
I'd rather have my. I was on a flight. I went to Vegas this last week, and I was on a flight, and then one of the ladies goes that was sitting in the seat by me. She goes, "Do you coach for the Stallions?" I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "My little nephew plays for you, Payne. Payne, my center. He's a dog. He's one of the ones that didn't quit." But she was saying, my sister called and told me she was almost crying after your speech after the game. I was like,
I love that though.
inches.
I wish we had that recorded.
I would rather have my squad fight, dog. Like, dog, them look laid. I feel like, it's tough. Because then, you know what I'm saying? It was like, hey, you fought a valiant fight. Is what it is. You left it all out there. The team that we were throughout the entire season is not the team that showed up.
They were just
we didn't bring
outmatched.
bats. 1000%. We didn't bring our bats.
We should do a Hard Knocks on your team.
That'd be awesome.
I already there's a film crew following us around.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Who's going to distribute it?
I haven't even thought. I'm just gathering all the footage. I don't know yet.
I know of a company that could do that.
You're just collecting footage?
Yeah,
Do you know who's going to edit
it's
it?
good. It's good footage too. I haven't. I just have the footage. I don't. Calm down, bro. You look like a fucking horny man right now.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just told you before you told me that you were filming it, like, this would make a great documentary. And then you said, yeah, actually, I've got all the footage if you want it.
We've
I
got
feel like there might be a natural synergy here somewhere.
platform we could.
Yeah, let's kick that. Let's kick that idea. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about it. I just got it because like I wanted like a little a dope video for the kids at the end of the year and
Yeah.
shit. And so yeah, I mean, shit. We'll see what they see what he's talking about.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There was big news over the weekend. Big news. It's actually very pertinent to this show and our love of heists. Have you guys seen the heist news?
The Louvre.
They got the Louvre. They got the Louvre. Thieves broke into the Louvre 9:30 in the morning, which seems like a real strange time for a heist.
It was open.
Yeah, it was open. They broke in with like a ladder crane, basic power tools. They broke into the Louvre. They stole thousands of diamonds. They stole crown jewels, and then they got away on motorbikes. 7 minutes in and out. And this is a big black eye for the Louvre. Big black eye. Black eye for the Louvre.
Got you. Said it fast.
What is the Louvre doing in terms of their security? This is I think this is the second time that they've been robbed in the last like 10 years.
I don't know. I'll tell you this though, and my homegirl had this take, and I agree with her. If you do a heist like that, not for personal property, not like you go into people's houses, but if you do a public robbery like this, I believe they get a week to catch you, and then after that, all charges are dropped.
I like that. Yep. You're on the clock.
Cause that's impressive, dog. Like in today's age with all these cameras and shit like that, and you get out of there and you in and out with your heist, that's yours. Cause the shit that they stole was shit that they stole.
Yeah.
that shit was old relics that people stole in the first place. So like fair game. If you break in, you steal it, you got it, doggy.
How did they 7 minutes is actually a very long time
Yeah.
to be in there stealing stuff.
Yeah. So
you would think
they had masks on. They threatened security guards, and they did not have traditional weapons, but they had grinders, whatever that is. I don't know what a grinder is. They broke in.
Clearly.
The alarms got triggered when they broke in the exterior window, and they smashed 2 of the display cases. So the alarms were going off. 5 staff members were there at the time of the heist, and the employees got the visitors out and contacted the police. And so when an alarm is triggered, it doesn't sound in the room, but it buzzes to the building security headquarters. And then the security headquarters then has to take the time to contact the police. And they closed after the heist was over. They're refunding people that purchased tickets to get in that were not able to get in. But if you
okay. I thought they refunded the people there. I'm like, that's the best fucking day ever.
Yeah. If you look at what they got a tiara, a necklace, and an earring, and that was from the sapphire jewelry set of Queen Marie Amélie and Queen Hortense. And they got an emerald and diamond necklace and a pair of earrings from the collection of Empress Marie Louise, the second wife of Napoleon. And they dropped one of the crowns, I guess, outside the museum as they were getting away. They dropped one of the pieces. They dropped the crown of Empress Eugenie that was found broken outside the Louvre. And so now they're on the run. I don't know how they're going to fence this, who they're going to go to. If you have like crown jewels, where do you go to sell those? I don't know who's going to be buying them, but it's pretty crazy. And now the different political parties are like taking shots at the other ones over there, saying this is the state that France is in right now. This is all because of you. To their leaders, they're blaming Macron for it. My take on it might have been Macron. What if it was Macron and his wife? And Candace? The perfect crime.
They're in on it.
Yeah, this whole thing has been staged for the last like 4 years, and they've been working arm in arm to break in. Now that's a documentary I would watch.
I like it.
Also, if you
Yeah.
break into the Louvre, you got to steal the Mona Lisa, right?
I assume that's probably I would guess maybe all of this is under some sort of lock and key, but
Such
would
an
that not be more difficult?
unimpressive painting to me, dog. I don't know, man.
I agree, but
Like,
stealing the Mona Lisa.
that would be lit. But that's like their constitution, right? They probably got that shit, thermal sensors on it,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Post heist sex has to be the best. Right?
It would definitely have a cigarette. Cigarette,
Yeah.
you don't smoke, just on a strength.
Okay, I thought I remembered something like this. The Mona Lisa wasn't famous until it was stolen.
Oh.
It became a global icon after being stolen from the Louvre in 1911 and the ensuing international media sensation. Before the theft, it was known among art connoisseurs but was not a household name, and it wasn't even the most famous painting in its gallery. The 1911 theft and its 2-year recovery propelled the painting to a new level of public recognition that has continued to grow over time. I knew it was
Wow.
I'd forgotten that it was a theft, but I knew it wasn't always a thing.
That's crazy. I did not know that. So it's
Yeah, I
like
didn't know that either.
if an artist dies, that's how some of their work becomes like, more famous, more valuable. But if a piece is stolen, the prestige gets added to it where it can elevate it to that next step, that next level.
Where is the Mona Lisa?
So if I was an artist, I would pay somebody to steal my shit
Could be good business.
and then have it recovered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, you're rolling in dough. But yeah,
Did
man.
you ever see that that Banksy thing that he did? So cool. He was at like an art exposition. He was selling his art, and inside of the frame, he put a paper shredder. So as soon as it sold for like, I think it sold for like $1 million, and it was like his statement. It was like, "Yo, art shouldn't be like this." And so it's like somebody, it got sold at an auction for like $1 million, and as soon as it got sold, they hit the gavel. He hit the little button, and the whole painting just shredded. So fucking fired up.
Kind of fire. Also, kind of a dickhead move. I'm just gonna say it.
That's his whole point. That's brilliant. That is amazing.
I mean, I'm not gonna be out here spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on art, but I can see that being a dickhead move.
What's the most expensive art piece in your place?
Ooh, that's a great question, Arian.
Thank you. Just thought of it.
I've got do frame sports jerseys count as art?
That's an interesting question.
It hangs on my wall.
Then, ooh, because you can technically argue that sport is art.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I'll let it fly.
Okay,
Yeah.
then my number 2 most expensive piece of art is my autographed Bo Bowden New Zealand All Blacks jersey that hangs on my wall. My most expensive piece of art actually hangs here at the Barstool Sports office, and it is the 2014 Indianapolis Colts AFC finalist banner that hung in the stadium for 10 years and is now autographed by Andrew Luck.
Nice.
That is without a doubt my nicest piece of art.
That's interesting.
Now I also have, if we're talking real art, I've got this really nice. It's a photo, but it's very artistically done, of a record collection with like 200 records in it, and you can look and see, like they're all visible. You can look at that. I think I paid $2,000 for that. It's like a very big picture. It's probably like 5 feet tall, 2 feet wide. I also have a cave rubbing that was taken from China of the Queen's procession that I think is like one of 2 in the world that I'm getting restored right now because it belonged to my grandfather. So I'm getting that restored and hung up. I don't know that you can even put a price on that. I didn't like pay for it or anything. But since it's like a very rare thing, I think the other one is hanging up in a museum somewhere. But that's probably pretty expensive. But I'm not a guy that would ever go out and spend a lot of money on art necessarily.
Nice.
What about you?
Yeah, I'll pay for some art, man. I think that's one of the, I love obscure art in general. I think the most expensive one, I like finding like small artists too, like who just, working regular jobs but love to do art, and they're good at it. I support those artists all the time, and I'll overpay their shit. I think the most expensive I have it's when I was in the league. I don't know that I would do it now, but there's a guy by the name of Michael Kalish. He got commissioned by the Martin Luther King family to do like a certain amount of pieces of him. It's like this leveled art piece, so it's like little fragments, and there's like I don't know, six or seven. There's like 6 or 7 like different levels. And if you look at it from the side, it just looks like little blocks, but you look at it from the front, it's Martin Luther King's face. It's pretty dope. That was probably like 20 grand or something like that. Blue the artist, I love him. I'm a connoisseur of his art. He's a young brother from Los Angeles, and I've been buying his art since I was in the NFL. Like he does, he's actually got commissioned by like the NBA, Jordan brand, a lot of different people.
Yeah.
He has a Jordan shoe. He did a collab with a Jordan shoe. And I've been on him since early. Love Blue. Shout out to Blue. It's my dog.
Shout out Blue.
Shout out Blue.
I have some breaking news.
Oh, breaking news.
Break that shit, Big T.
Have y'all seen this?
No, you're about to tell us.
NASA confirms that the Earth now has 2 moons until the year 2083.
Really? New moon just dropped?
There's a second moon for the next 60
New
years.
moon.
I don't know.
No moon just dropped.
I guess it's in orbit for that long or something, and then it'll go
Is it
away.
like wow, it categorized it as a moon? It's got to be like a meteor or something, right? That just got caught in the orbit.
Yeah, I don't know. Every few years, small asteroids get caught in Earth's gravity and become mini moons for a short time, looping around before drifting back into space. This has apparently happened a couple times for like a year or so.
Okay.
But I guess this one is going to be for a long time.
So the moon is called 2025 PN7. Moon PN7. It's an asteroid and Earth's most recently discovered quasi-moon. Not a natural satellite like our actual moon. It orbits the sun in sync with Earth, making it appear to travel alongside our planet. It's not gravitationally captured by our gravity. It's estimated to be, this is a puny ass moon. 19 meters in diameter is what I'm reading right now.
Come on.
If we're talking about the same moon, that's what I'm reading right now.
Then that's not
in
even
a post.
It says, I guess, a quasi moon.
Yeah, quasi moon.
That's like
what is the definition of a moon? Because technically, if it orbits, right, I'm sure it has some kind of qualifications to be moon.
Yeah, I don't know. It has to be captured by our gravitational pull, I would think. It has to orbit around us. I don't know if there's a size requirement.
All right, well, I'm out on the second moon now.
An object must be a natural satellite that orbits a planet or another body, but not a star. While there is no strict minimum size or official definition, moons are typically massive enough for their own gravity to pull them into roughly a spherical shape. So I didn't even know that there wasn't a definitive metric for a moon.
So yeah, it has apparently it's been hanging with us since the 60s and could stay there until 2083, in which case it just bounces, I guess. It's like, see ya. It's been real.
Got my time in.
Yeah. All right, well, yeah, I disavow this new moon.
Yeah, I thought it was cooler until I read into it. I'm out. I mean, that's a 19 meters. That's a solid first down rush.
Yeah, it's a chunk play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a chunk play.
It's not even an explosive.
No. Yeah, put it this way. There are probably 25 kickers in the NFL right now that could make a field goal longer than this new moon.
A meter is a yard, right?
No, a meter is more than a yard.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, I was thinking
but
feet.
Like barely, right? It's like 3.5 feet or something.
Yeah, I was thinking feet. Yeah, it's like 23 yards.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's not even an explosive play.
Yeah, every high school kicker.
Yes.
Could kick over. You could make a field goal over this moon.
Should be able to,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's soft. This is a soft moon. I've got a huge update in PFT's Playing Corner this week. Big update.
What's that?
Did you see President Trump's video that he posted?
Yes.
Arian, have you seen President Trump's video?
Unfortunately, I have, my brother.
Okay, so in response to the No Kings marches that took place around the country,
the Great Unifier,
Donald Trump posted a video of him loaded up in what appears to be an F-18 Super Hornet. I've studied this plane from several angles. I believe it's a Super Hornet. Pretty sure it's a Super Hornet, painted with King Trump on the side. And then he flies a sortie over a No King's March, and then he proceeds to switch into air-to-ground mode and unleashes an ordinance of, I believe, raw sewage. His own shit or other people's shit.
It's a lot. I don't know.
I don't know whose shit this is. A couple inconsistencies in the video. The plane that takes off does appear to be a F-18 Super Hornet. As it becomes airborne, something happens with the wings. I don't know if it's the AI simulation. The wings appeared to be sawed off. It's a type of Super Hornet that I don't think exists. It also looks like it has one engine. No, two engines upon takeoff. And then as it proceeds to the waypoint where it releases its ordnance, it converts to a one-engine plane. So I don't know what happened in midair, but it lost an engine. But he still fulfilled the bombing run, even with one engine. That's just outstanding airmanship by President Trump.
Yeah.
And the shit seems to come straight down from a 90-degree angle, almost directly from the sky. That just doesn't make any sense at all with the physics of how you would complete a bombing run. You release your ordnance before you've gone over the target. Your target indicator pops up on the hood, and then you say pickle, and you release your air-to-ground.
Pickle?
Yeah, you say pickle when you drop a bomb.
Interesting.
Pickle. Yeah, and then you fly away, and the bomb comes in at an angle because it's carrying the speed of the aircraft in. It's not coming straight down from above because the bomb, obviously, as you're flying, it has, let's say the airplane's going 600 miles an hour. That bomb on board the airplane is traveling 600 miles an hour at the time that it's released, so naturally it's going to carry forward. This shit seems to come straight down from above, defying Newton's, I believe, all three laws. All three laws were violated in this. And again, someone's going to have to get back to me and explain what happened with the second engine and what plane this is.
How high is a plane flying when it drops a payload?
That's a good question, Big T. It depends on what plane it is. It depends on what kind of payload. Are we talking a like bunker buster bomb?
Let's say a gigantic amount of shit.
Okay, if it were to drop, if you're dropping shit with any sort of accuracy whatsoever, you would have to be making a very low bombing run. Because the nature and the viscosity of the shit as it's released in the air, as the plane's going 500 miles an hour, maybe faster, the air resistance would just turn it into brown mist. And it would just become kind of a shit cloud that would rain down upon you. Now, if you did that at a low level, like if you dropped, I don't know, like 600 pounds of sewage from the top of the Empire State Building, by the time it hit the ground, it would probably be like, you know, a solid splattering of poop. But the higher up you get, the more diffusion in the cloud of shit, and the wider the target. It'd be pretty much impossible to hit a protest with any degree of accuracy with human shit if you're above, I'd say, 3,000 feet.
Okay, so I asked that question for a follow-up, which is, would having shit from 3,000 feet dumped on you, I mean, that's gotta, is that going to kill somebody?
I think, yeah, there's going to be infections.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. I think if you have an open sore.
Oh, I thought you meant from the force of the
I
shit.
did, yeah.
Well,
Well,
the force
obviously
of the shit.
depends on the makeup. Like when it's
I don't think it's has that much. So like if an ant falls from the Empire State Building, famously, like it's not gonna die.
what is the terminal velocity of shit?
That's interesting. I don't know.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
Okay. Because it would have to be almost. I don't think it could get fast enough because it would diffuse as a liquid. Right. Or it's primarily a liquid.
Which actually does happen in that video, so it might be a little more accurate than you're giving it credit for.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I there's a lot of inaccuracies in this video. Just speaking strictly from an aviation standpoint.
All right, I've asked ChatGPT what would be the terminal velocity of poop dropped from a fighter jet at 3,000 feet. It's getting back to me. It doesn't depend on height, only shape, mass, and air resistance. From 3,000 feet, the poop might not reach full terminal velocity before impact, but we can still calculate what it would be in free fall if it had enough time. It's giving me mass and drag coefficients and all sorts of stuff. It's still calculating. This is actually kind of impressive with all the math it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
giving me some whacked out formulas. 65 to 78 miles an hour, depending on the size, shape, and consistency.
How fast?
65 to 78 miles an hour.
Okay, I don't think it would kill you.
No, that would hurt though.
Yeah, it might knock you over, but it's not like
Especially a quantity of the one that President Trump dropped.
now. If you really want to do some damage, I feel like you would just take out like you need like a fire hose, like massive
Sure.
fire cannons of shit. This is more of an artillery situation than it is, I think, an air-to-ground mission. It's also unclear where Trump took off from, if he has any support from wingmen while in the air, who he was on comms with. I don't understand. There's a lot of questions that go into it. So that's PFT's Plane Corner.
I would
Thank you
argue
for
that's the
sharing
best
that.
one we've had.
Yeah. Also in PFT's Plane Corner, there's some issues going on in the Caribbean. Have you followed that, Big T?
No, this is the first I'm hearing.
So, the boats that the military has been
Oh,
striking,
yes.
the alleged narco terrorists,
Mm-hmm.
might have been a fishing boat mixed in there.
What's the evidence for that?
Well, there were a couple survivors, and then the government apprehended the survivors, and they're releasing them and not charging them with anything.
Okay.
So that would seem to indicate that maybe they weren't maybe they didn't have enough evidence to try them as drug traffickers, but they had enough evidence to kill them as drug traffickers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Seems a little shaky. Also, the guy that's in charge of the entire U.S. command in Central and South America abruptly resigned after 1 year on the job last week. Something to keep your eye on. Watch this space. What else we got in the news today?
This isn't like world news, I guess, but there was an interesting a tweet that's been going kind of viral, and I'm curious y'all's thoughts on it. When was the last time an original film character became a genuine pop culture icon? There has to have been someone post Jack Sparrow, but I simply can't think of who. And I saw someone on TikTok had a good rationale for this. They said the test for this should be if you dressed as this character for Halloween, no one would have any doubt what you are.
Borat.
That's way before Jack Sparrow. Also, I would argue
Borat
When was Jack Sparrow?
Borat was 2005? 2000
yeah,
2004?
4 or 5. That sounds about right.
maybe
Parts-
no, I think it might have been either 2003 or 2004.
Right.
was Borat.
About the same time either
Yeah.
way, but I think Borat was before.
Okay.
But let's say post 2008, 9, 10.
Zach Galifianakis' character from The Hangover.
With the baby.
Yeah.
That's not a pop culture icon.
You get that every Halloween.
Yeah, but I don't think everyone.
There would be people. Hangover's one of my favorite movies. There would be people who didn't know what that was.
With like Mean Girls.
That was before.
Was
That was still
before?
probably before too. But yeah, I don't.
I
don't think that's an icon.
I saw an answer to this tweet.
I saw the same answer twice, and I think it might be correct.
Do you know?
The Joker.
Well, that's
But the Joker's
from
been
60
around,
years ago.
yeah.
I think, this is original, right?
Yeah.
Original films?
Yes.
My
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
guys. Jesus Christ. Trying to...
Well, that was the point. It was like all the movies that come out now are adaptations of other stuff.
Oh,
or
I got one.
sequels or-
Squid Games.
That's not a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a TV show. That the whole point was movies.
Okay.
Do you want to
movies,
say what
okay.
the answer that we both saw was?
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people have been saying the Minions.
Yeah.
And it
Ooh.
might be correct.
Interesting.
I still have never seen a Minions film.
Me
But you know who the
I
minions
do.
are.
I do.
You know.
Which is actually proof of the point.
Yeah, it crossed over.
And most recently, I think it was some football team made a meme of them
It was the
after
Colts.
beting. Yeah.
It was the Colts beating the Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the
In their
Chargers were wearing
Boof ass
All
uniforms.
those uniforms. Yeah.
boof-ass uniforms. I like that.
They were boof.
Does Barbie count?
Nope.
Because
No,
that's not original.
Not
That's
original.
like a
Yeah.
wave before too.
I think it's the Minions.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
But yeah, the whole point was that like no movie has come out with an original character that became
Iconic.
very relevant in pop culture in more than a decade.
Yeah.
Other than maybe
Yeah, I think there's actually a reason for this. Like, so I got some people in the business, and Hollywood's like drying up because of obvious reasons, the internet and streaming and all that. And so like what they used to do is like I have a whole bunch of like scripts that they would greenlight and uh they would get a bunch of what are they called? Not investments. What are people that fund the movies? What are they
Producers.
called? No, I forget what it's called, but the folks that would fund the movies, right? You know how
Mhm.
the box office sells. That's how they get their money back. Well, movies ain't selling like that anymore, so they're not taking any more risks investing in these movies because there's no return on the risks. So what do is they keep on bringing up the old shit. They know Superman's going to sell, Batman going to sell, like all of these same concepts that they know are
Yeah.
going to do okay. That's what they're not. No Hollywood investors. That's what it is. No Hollywood investors are taking any more risks on any new scripts. There's a bunch of scripts and dope art being written, but nobody's gonna take a risk for like $100 million budget
Yeah.
that may or may not go.
They'd rather make a movie where they have the IP to it, and then they know that it's a successful franchise. They sell the film. The film's going to do well, especially like with kids, and then they're going to sell all the merch afterwards and make a ton of money off that. Yeah, it's a
Yep.
safer bet than it is to go out on a limb and be like, oh, this is a great screenplay. Let's make it.
So I think art should be subsidized.
Yeah, we're just going to keep getting more and more remakes and sequels and
I don't
prequels.
need to see another Batman movie, dog. He done beat up every mentally ill, poor person in the city already. I'm done with Batman.
My parents go see every Jurassic Park movie.
Oh my God, the last one was so bad.
And
I will too.
Every time they do, like whenever I'm talking to them, they're like, oh, we went to a movie, and I'll say, what'd you see? And invariably every year there's one, it's Jurassic Park, and I say, let me guess, something went wrong. The dinosaurs broke contain, a secondary character got eaten, and then it was eventually contained, and everything went back to normal. They're like, yeah, that's about it.
So bad. The last one was so bad, though, and I had high hopes for it, but it was so, oh my God, hated it.
They're also
stand
3
it.
months behind on this podcast, so they'll hear that in 3 months and talk to me about it.
They'll already have seen the next Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
When is the next one coming out?
who knows?
There's another one. It's a lot of no way. They need to be done with that one.
I'm
too.
sure there is, dude.
I think the original's the best, and then I thought the first one with Chris Pratt was pretty good too.
I didn't hate that one.
But outside of that,
One
yeah.
just came out in June.
Yeah, that's the World Rebirth
Yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh shit!
with Scarlett Johansson.
And
I
Jonathan
found
Bailey.
a new woman crush too.
Who?
Olivia Wilde.
Oh
Bro,
wow!
You're late.
New
Yeah,
crush.
new crush. New crush just dropped.
New crush
Well,
for me,
she's just matured into his age range.
True.
That's true.
man.
She's what, 47, 48 probably?
No, not
She
that
has-
old.
41.
She has
41.
entered
She's only
the Aryan
41?
zone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember she was dating Harry Styles for a while.
Well, yeah, but that
Shit,
wasn't
yeah.
because they were age appropriate.
That's true. They weren't appropriate basically on anything. Yeah, Olivia Wilde's beautiful.
Yeah, she's cold. I follow her on the gram.
Ooh.
So, hey, if you happen to listen to this, Olivia, hit me back. You know what I mean? I haven't hit her. That's fucking creepy. But
So we can knock her off the list of A-list celebrities.
Yep.
I'm not knocking. No, I don't have a list.
No, that's already happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other iconic characters that have like made their debut in movies. The other one I can
Neo was one, but that was
way before.
Benoit Blanc, the Daniel Craig character from Knives Out.
No.
You don't like him?
No, I love
I
him.
love those movies.
I love
That's
those
not
movies.
a
That's
cultural
not it.
icon.
We got a new one coming out soon.
I
I,
know.
think.
I know, I'm so excited.
Thanksgiving.
Do they really? Oh, fucking.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
When?
coming out in
When?
theaters.
Wake Up, Dead Man.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I love a whodunit. Oh, I'm hosting a Halloween whodunit party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm creating the script. Everybody's gonna have a character, and the person who commits the murder knows that they're gonna do it, so they have to act the entire night, and so there's gonna be a bunch of sleuths, and there's gonna be Halloween drinks and food. It's gonna be fired up, and I'm hosting.
I love that.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Do you get to pick who the murderer is going to be?
Yeah, it's my party.
Do you know who it's going to be already?
I'm creating the script now.
Oh, you're writing the whole thing?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have any like? Is there like a format or a template that you're using, or it's just all on you?
I've like Googled some stuff, like how to do a murder mystery dinner, stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
there's some good articles that pop up and stuff. Because this is new for me. I ain't never done this.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
There is a case that's going before the Supreme Court about gun control. Big T, have you seen this?
I saw the headlines about it. I haven't divin. What's the past participle of dive?
Dived? I haven't dived into it yet.
I think that's right.
So they're going to hear a case about whether or not people who smoke weed can own guns. How about that? There's a case against a Texas man who was charged with a felony because he allegedly had a gun in his home and he acknowledged being a regular pot user. The Justice Department appealed after a lower court largely struck down a law that bars people who use any illegal drugs from having guns. They asked the court to reinstate a case against Ali Daniel Hamani. His lawyers got the felony charge tossed out after the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals found that the blanket ban is unconstitutional under the Supreme Court's expanded view of gun rights. The judges found it could still be used against people accused of being high and armed at the same time, though. The attorneys argue that the broadly written law puts millions of people at risk of technical violations since at least 20% of Americans have tried pot, according to government health data. Half of states legalize recreational marijuana, but it's still illegal under federal law. Should people who smoke weed regularly be allowed to own firearms? That's going to be an interesting debate. I don't even know. This might be one of those cases where folks won't know which side to pick.
So this is not people who have been convicted of a crime?
It's people, correct.
This is just self-reported marijuana users?
Yeah, it's like if you regularly smoke pot, are you allowed to own a firearm?
And currently you are not?
Technically, because it's illegal under federal law.
Sure. But there's no way of... that's not like a question you get asked on like when you're buying a gun.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't... that's interesting. So they just want to make it in writing legal.
I think what they're trying to do is they want to use it as a pretense. Like if they want to throw the book at you or if they want to take your guns away and they think that you're a problem, it's one thing that they can look at and be like, oh, this guy smokes weed. Okay, we're allowed to arrest him and he can't have these guns. Like if they're going after you anyways, I think it's an easy way for them to get access to your firearms.
President Trump's administration asked the justices to revive a case against a Texas man charged with a felony because he allegedly had a gun in his home and acknowledged being a regular pot user.
Yeah.
A lower court largely struck down a law that bars people who use any illegal drugs from having guns. So is it any illegal drugs or just weed?
I think it's any illegal drugs, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like how, if a police officer pulls you over and they think that they smell weed, they can search you. If they think like this guy's a habitual marijuana user and we think that he shouldn't have these guns, then they can be like, he's not allowed to have them because he smokes pot.
Okay.
But I think that's probably useful in some law enforcement aspects, but also it could just very easily be used to take away your rights. I don't know. This is one where I think even the people that find themselves right in the middle of the gun control debate that have like a rock solid thing that they stand on all the time, I feel like they're even going to have to sit down and think like, well, I like drugs or I like weed, but I don't like people that smoke too much weed and have guns, but you're allowed to have guns, but also you're a hippie, so you shouldn't have a gun, but it's going to confuse a lot of people.
The government said the FBI found Hamani's gun and cocaine in a search of his home as they probed travel and communications allegedly linked to Iran.
Okay. I feel like the cocaine part already answers this question, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
Like if you have if you've got coke already and you've got firearms, I feel like that's already possession of a firearm while committing a felony. And they can take away your gun.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And we'll see what happens with that. Do we have any voicemails that we can get into today?
Arian, by the way, told us he had to leave at 1:10, and then at 12:10, he just leaves.
He was going off Eastern time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Price.
Wait,
out
can
of
you pause
Columbia,
this
South
for a second?
Carolina.
Sorry.
I got a
I meant to bring this up while Arian was here. I forgot that Arian was not in the studio last Wednesday. This asshole FaceTimed me
Oh, yeah.
right after,
I saw that.
right after the Commanders-Bears game. I'm talking like 2 minutes after the game was over, and asked me for 10 push-ups.
Yeah, it was on Viva. They had it on Viva TV.
This dickhead. And the Brewers had just lost that night, too. He had a big glass of whiskey in his hand. He's like, PFT, man, I'm sorry, tough night. And I was like, yeah, man, tough night for you, too. He's like, yeah, we're both going through it. Just want to reach out, see how you were doing. Also, I'm going to need 10 push-ups. And I couldn't say no. As a man of honor and a man of principle, I had to do him. That's such a dirty bet he entrapped me into. The Brewers versus the Nationals.
How is this still going on?
I know. It seems like you've done so many.
I think I've got like 10, 15
You've got to be
left.
close.
When was that series? June?
I
July?
think it was July.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Never making this bet again with him. All right, sorry.
No,
I
you're
interrupted Price's voicemail.
Here.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Price out of Columbia, South Carolina. I got a question for the whole squad. So listen to this. What is the brokest thing you've ever done? And that's not a bash at people in poverty or poor people. But like, for example, when I was in high school and I had no money, I took this one girl to a movie and she was like, hey, I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. We had just gotten to the movie theater. I saw a guy throw his popcorn into the trash. He threw it like face up, like nothing really had been touched. So I went and I fished it out, kind of dumped all the popcorn out and got a refill for free. Not proud of that. She never found out about it, but I mean, it saved me like $12 on a popcorn. So I'd love to hear like the brokest thing you guys have ever done. Peace.
The brokest thing I've ever done. I mean, I used to eat when I worked at a crab shack, like a seafood place over the summertime, and I had no money. I used to just like eat the food that people did not sometimes finish on. Like I wouldn't dive in straight up to stuff that they had been eating, but if they had like a crab that they hadn't cracked open yet, I would take that crab and I would crack it open and I would eat that crab. Or if there was like a basket of rolls that they didn't eat, after I bust the table, I'd bring it back into the kitchen. I would eat a roll off that. That was pretty gross looking back on it. Brokest moves besides that, though. I mean, when I was in high school, my dad found a deal on Chex Mix where at the local supermarket, you could get a free ticket to go see the Washington Wizards play if you bought like a big, like giant bag of Chex Mix. And so he bought like, I think I told this story on here before, actually.
I don't remember.
I've never heard it, yeah.
So he bought like these 20 giant bags of Chex Mix so I could have 20 tickets to go see the Wizards play. And he was like, you can invite all your friends. And so I was like, Dad, I don't think I have 20 friends that want to go see the Wizards. And so I ended up having to invite like my entire grade to find 20 people that were like, okay, yeah, awesome. Let's go downtown and watch the Washington Wizards play. Because you could not give those tickets away, hence the Chex Mix deal. But he found that, and then he also found that they were also doing it for the Capitals. Those tickets were a lot easier. Like all my friends were like, yeah, let's go see the Caps play. Sounds good. But yeah, getting to go see the Washington Wizards just based on the fact that we spent like $50 on Chex Mix that was a pretty broke move. But also just the man loved a deal, so it was more about deal hunting than it was broke moves. But yeah, the most broke move. I'm trying to think. I pulled some broke moves in my day when I lived in Texas for sure. There was a restaurant that was right next to me that had a happy hour deal where you could eat like free nachos if you just bought like one beer. And so then I would just go there for my dinner. and just drank like 3 beers and eat. And the nachos, by the way, were just like stale chips and cheese dip. So I lived off that for a little bit. I'm trying to think of other. You guys have any broke moves?
Not along those lines, really. I'll go out of my way to like save some money, but I think that's just like the NFL Sunday ticket. I don't know if I should give this away on the podcast. The regular one's like $400, but for students, I think it's $100.
Yeah.
You can sign up for an Arizona State. They have like these classes that are like $20 online, and then I think if you do it and you want it to count for college credit, you can pay like $500 at the end, and it'll get to count. But you can just take the class for $20 if you want, and they'll give you an Arizona State email address. So I would, in years after I was out of college and my Tennessee email no longer worked, I would sign up for that for $20, and then you can use that Arizona State EDU email address and get the student NFL Sunday ticket.
Yeah.
How did you even figure that out?
That's a very smart move.
I remember seeing something about it, the Arizona State thing, and I was like, I wonder if that would just. So I tried it, and it worked.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a genius
Very
move.
impressive.
But so yeah, like that's just if you can save $300, you do it.
Yeah.
But I'm struggling to think of anything that's like getting the popcorn out of the trash. I actually, as long as you got a refill, I don't hate that.
Yeah, when he said at first, I was like, ooh, but if he dumped the popcorn out,
That's not that bad.
No, not at all.
I mean, when I was an intern at Barstool making like $0.00, we had Bagel Monday and Friday, and I would steal like 3 bagels to kind of have for the weekend.
Yeah.
That's a good point. When I was an intern, I had $2 slices of pizza for lunch every single day for 4 months until I was a full-time employee.
Yeah, I would steal so much food from the New York office because I could not afford anything in New York.
When we went home for July 4th and I was gone for a week and I came back and I went back to my dollar slice shop, the guy was like, "Oh, I missed you." And I was like, that's probably not good.
Yeah.
I used to sit through timeshare presentations to get tickets to go to Medieval Times. That's pretty broke.
Usually you get like a 3-night stay somewhere.
No, I had my eyes set on something bigger. I had my eyes set on a roast chicken and a flagon of Pepsi. Great stew at Medieval Times, by the way.
Never been.
You haven't been?
I haven't
No,
either.
I don't even know if there were ones like in Cleveland where I don't.
There's one close by here.
I know it's by the airport, isn't it?
We got to organize a field trip.
Ooh, yeah, we should.
I'm gonna also
I've never
ask
been either.
something. Are those turkey legs actually good?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never had one. I also have never been to Disney where they do the turkey leg thing.
So I don't know that Medieval Times does turkey leg. I think they do roast chicken. You get like a quarter roast chicken.
Oh, I'm down.
But yeah, if you go to like a street festival or you go to Disney World, you get the big turkey leg that you walk around with. That would be awesome if they had that. But I don't think that they do. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other broke things I did. The brokest I ever was an intern in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in college, everything was so cheap already.
Yeah, in college, it's like, yeah, I don't know if it was that necessarily broke, but like, yeah, what Big T said, saving money. When I worked at MLB Network, I would take the train, New Jersey Transit from Hoboken to Secaucus, and like the ticket was like literally $3, but sometimes they wouldn't check them. So, but on your phone, you'd have to activate it. So I would like buy the physical ticket rather than getting on my phone. So if they didn't check it, I could like save it for the next one.
That's good.
And it was like literally $3. I'm like, it shouldn't matter. But I was like, if they're not going to check it, might as well just save it for the next one. But that was like the only thing I could really think of.
I will say, now that I'm thinking about it, I was an intern during this time. I was at a bar we know and love, Village Tavern in New York City.
Yeah.
And I went to go buy a vodka soda, which was like, I don't know, $10 or whatever it was. And my card got denied, like my debit card. And I had to transfer $10 from my savings account to
Just
buy
for
a
the
vodka soda at Village Tavern. And that felt like a low. And it was also a surprise. Like, I didn't think I was like that bad.
Yeah, you didn't think it was going to
And then
like
they said this card
overdraw.
didn't go through. And I was like, oh. And it was like I had $3 in my bank account.
I
and had
think
to
that's
transfer.
the opposite of what he was. You You transferred money from your savings on
But, like-
a debit card that was declined to still buy something.
Yeah,
I
look
think
at
that's
you.
the
Yeah.
opposite.
I had
of-
already bought the vodka soda. At that point, I had to.
Yeah, I guess.
I had to.
Get the money.
Yeah, I wouldn't
somehow.
say I necessarily recommend using your savings account to buy a vodka soda. And I don't use my savings account often, luckily. But I literally was at Village Tavern and had to open my checking account to check that I had $0.00. And then
Yeah.
it was like, the vodka soda is already in my hand. I must pay.
Mhm.
So that was tough. That was like more demoralizing too, because you're like, God.
Yeah, and in the moment you're like, well, I have to pay for it,
Yeah.
so like let me get on my phone.
And it was
real
a
quick.
surprise broke moment. Like I didn't have time to process it.
Surprise broke.
PFT, your Chex Mix story reminds me of what my teed off was going to be today. It's unrelated to the broke thing, but it's tangentially related to what you said about Chex Mix. The other day, I just very randomly, I was like, I really want Lucky Charms right now. I haven't had
Okay.
Lucky Charms in many years.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I was like, so I the grocery store is right next to my apartment. So I went downstairs, went to the store, got a box of Lucky Charms. Have you had Lucky Charms
It's
recently?
been a while.
Okay. I don't
It
know.
is my go-to in a continental breakfast at a hotel, though. I'll get the
See,
small little thing of Lucky Charms.
See, I get Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
They have, I don't know when this happened. There's no marshmallows anymore.
What?
What?
I mean,
Whoa.
no. And when I say no, there are several in there.
Oh,
But the ratio of the
Mm.
little Krispies to the marshmallows, it's 70-1. I mean, I was like, this wasn't even worth it. And by the way, don't get me started on what a box of cereal is now.
I'm gonna have to look into this, Big T, because it tracks. If
They-
they're gonna cut back on costs, that's the first thing you would do, right?
Yeah, I mean, the dog food that they put in there's a dime a dozen. I assume the
Yeah.
marshmallows cost a little bit more. Now they did make them the selling point was that they're bigger now.
Okay.
They were big, but they were few and far between.
I find that hard to believe
Which part?
that they used to be bigger, or that they're bigger now than they were. That they just
No, that was on the box. It's like big marshmallows.
Okay, because I recently I've been eating a lot of Oreos,
Okay.
double stuffs. The double stuffs are just what the single stuffs used to be. The single stuffs are paper thin. I wouldn't feed the single stuffs to my dog.
Well, good thing.
Yeah,
'Cause he's allergic.
probably correct. But I'm looking into this, Big T. I'm looking.
Yeah,
into
please do,
'cause-
because
Do we have any pictures of Lucky Charms from like the mid 2000s that we can compare these to?
well, you're hung up on the size of the marshmallows.
No, I'm talking about
Oh.
quantity now.
Well, I can show you. I'm down to like there's a third of the bag left, and I've picked all the marshmallows out. There's none left, and there's still a third of the bag
Yeah.
of the crisp.
It's like when you're watching football on TV and somebody's like, only 11 minutes of this
Right.
entire show is actually football being played. It's
Mhm.
like when you take all the Lucky Charms out of a bag of Lucky Charms, you see just how much shit is in there.
Right.
It's all the commercials. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a sad day, bad day.
That's a good teed off.
Yeah.
Are we got another voicemail?
Hey, what's up, Macropod? It's Matt from South Carolina. My question, since y'all were talking about the Donner Party and stuff last week, is which person you think from the podcast, as well as maybe from the whole Barstool office, would do best in a survival scenario? Either, being dropped off in the middle of the wilderness, or also maybe like a more violent kind of apocalyptic or zombie apocalypse style scenario where there's a little more fighting involved. So that's my question for y'all. I love the podcast. Y'all are awesome. I love you. Stay safe. I do have one little bit of a gripe with PFT though. September 16th said that Virginia Tech was never known for having a staunch good defense. From 99 to 2015, under the Beamer and Bud Foster years, they had a top 5 defense 44 times, finished the season ranked in the top 5 nationally 7 seasons, and in 2007 had the number 1 scoring defense in the country. So, PFT, you need to know ball better. All right, love you guys. Bye.
Wait, did you say Virginia Tech never had a good defense?
I don't recall saying that specifically.
They had Cam Chancellor and
Yeah. Maybe I did. I might have said that. But I think I also said that they had Cam Chancellor. Bruce Smith went to school there.
who else? Cam Chancellor was like 2009. There was somebody else on that defense that was really good too.
Was that D'Angelo Hall?
No, he was earlier. Answer the other question. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Now I forgot his other question.
His other question is, who do you think from either Macro
yeah.
or our office would do well in a like zombie apocalypse, like end of world situation?
Yeah, I mean, Mincy's always going to find a way.
Donnie.
Somebody might mistake Mincy though. Yeah, either Donnie.
I was gonna say which one, but I honestly both. I trust. Yeah.
I think the Donnies would make a formidable duo. Yeah. Chaps, obviously for the marksmanship, survival skills. I'm sure he was taught some of that.
And Kate.
Yeah, Chaps and Kate.
But now she would just be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," like to everybody, like they're trying to kill her. She's like, "Oh, I'm in your way. I'm so sorry."
Yeah, the zombies running at her. Oop, sorry.
Oh, I'm in your way.
Sorry, let me just scoop by you there. Yeah, I think Jerry would figure out. He's very good at like figuring out angles on stuff.
And living in
pretty
tough
bad
situations.
He's made it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, those would be my first choices, I think.
Brandon?
No.
Oh,
no.
he'd be.
No, Brandon would be a mess.
No offense, I don't think any of us on the podcast would do super well.
And let's be honest, like Brandon would be that's like Thanksgiving dinner for a zombie horde.
Yeah, well,
that's not a weight thing necessarily. That's just like the constitution of Brandon. He would be a fast target.
Well, these are two different things: outdoor survival or zombie apocalypse. Those are two remarkably different scenarios. I would not last a second if you dropped me out in the middle of the woods today. Zombie apocalypse, I think I have some aids that would help us.
Yeah. That's important. Anybody else that's in this office?
By the way, Jason Worlds was the other player in 2009 on that Virginia Tech defense.
We don't really have a hardy crew here. I don't think we're really made for the outdoors. We're mostly we're indoor cats here.
Yeah.
Sydney Wells.
Well, yeah.
That's an easy number one answer.
Easy answer.
And she's not usually in the office, but like easy number one answer.
Yeah.
She might be the best athlete at this company.
And that includes like the people that were athletes at this company.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she might be the number one athlete and the number one outdoors person.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. What about like T-Bob and Kadick? How do you think they'd do?
Yeah, T-Bob probably has some of that, like, deep country. Outdoors.
Football, like the football.
But they would also be targets like to
Large.
be eaten in a zombie apocalypse.
I think T-Bob could probably spend 30 hours nonstop in a deer stand and be fine. I feel like that's something that he's got in his past.
Yeah.
I think his brain can entertain himself.
100%.
And what do you think about Kadick?
I mean, he's a large man from Pittsburgh. I don't know how outdoorsy he is. I know obviously like football is one thing, but there's like two kinds of offensive linemen. One is the guy that like
the Joe Thomas.
Yeah, like leaves practice and then just goes outside and sleeps, outdoors hunting, and then comes in, drives into the facility the next morning with a deer loaded in the back of his truck. I don't know if that's his speed or not.
You know who I low-key think could just kind of like fuck people up is Ella.
I'm scared of Ella.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am.
In a good way, but yes.
Yeah. It's like very respectful. I'm afraid of you. Please don't. She's a witch. She might be a witch.
Yeah, she could like ruin someone's reputation like instantly, I feel like.
Yeah.
If she really wanted to.
But I feel like she could go like crazy on a zombie.
Oh, 100%.
I think Ella is a witch, but I also think that she's a witch with hands. Like she like
do not
if it came down to it, like she wants to throw she doesn't want to cast spells. She wants to punch you in the face.
Yeah. And now she's got Kadick in her corner, so he might be teaching her some like moves.
Yeah. All right.
She's don't fuck with her.
No.
Good question.
All right, one more.
Macrodosing crew, thanks for taking my call. Long time listener, first time caller. I've got a bit of an issue here. Me and my girlfriend have been together for 3.5 years. One of her great friends back home on the West Coast is about to get married in October. I'm on the East Coast. I've met her friend twice.
Don't do it,
once
brother.
Before, and then once at the engagement party, and I met the groomsmen
Nope.
once. That was at the engagement party also. They have asked me to be a part of the wedding. I'm already taking time off work. I'm already flying into the wedding, and they expect me to spend an extra $200-$300, whatever it is, to rent a tux and be a part of this wedding. The kicker is that it's a highly Christian wedding.
completely dry. I'm going to have to bring a flask, whatever it is, to be a part of it. I do not know these folks. Combined, met them a total of 3 times. What am I supposed to do here? This is an impossible situation to be in. Please tell me what to do. I want to support my girlfriends, but at the same time, almost on principle, you can't ask me to be in this.
Yeah.
It seems to be a case of, there's 8 bridesmaids and less groomsmen, so they just need to even out the numbers. I want to say no. Can I? Anyway, thanks. Stay gorgeous. Love you guys,
All right.
Arian.
Okay,
Your
this
fucking
is-
running style was amazing. Your glide was awesome, dude. Respect. Big T, you're the man. Love you.
You're the man also. I'm so sorry I forgot this young man's name. What do y'all remember what it was?
I don't know if he said it.
Yeah, he just said long time
Okay,
listener,
well,
first time caller.
All right. Here's the problem. This young man did not establish quickly enough that he doesn't put up with this.
Yeah.
Because he said he's 3 years in. It needs to be well known 3 years in that not only are what the being in the wedding is a separate issue in my mind. You're not going to this wedding. You're traveling across the country for someone you don't know. No, sorry. And the being in the wedding is insane on the part of the people who asked you to do that. I actually think that works in his favor, in that he can be like, this is so just beyond ridiculous.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think any reasonable person would agree with that.
I think if you were asked just to attend the wedding, that's a much harder sell.
Agree. I actually think this is helping him.
Now it's like this. Wow, I'm offended.
Yes,
That they
like
asked
that's
me,
so nuts. Who would ever do? I actually think that helps him.
Yeah.
Now you may still have to go because it seems that you've allowed that to seep into your life, but there's in no world. But I think you can also be like, well, it'd be real awkward if I showed up and they'd asked me to be in it and I said no.
Yeah.
I think this helps him.
Yeah, good point. Good point. There's no box that you can check being like, no, I regretfully will not be part of the wedding,
But I'll show
but
up.
I will attend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have led with this one, Mad Dog. This is
What do you guys
good
think?
stuff.
I didn't.
Big T makes a great, compelling case.
Yeah,
Well-
I kind of agree with Big T.
It is crazy to be asked to be a groomsman and you've met these people like 2 times.
And also the excuse of needing to even out, like, just have two
Who
girls
cares?
walk down with a guy. Yeah, like, it doesn't matter.
I was
these
literally
days.
at a
Like,
wedding this weekend that the numbers were different for the groomsmen and bridesmaids. They just had people take 2
Yeah,
bridesmaids.
it's as
It's
simple
really
as
not that
No one
deep.
cares.
Yeah.
It's really not that deep. The being in the wedding, if you are not truly close enough to that person to be involved, is such an uncomfortable place to be, because I have pity for those people who don't have close enough relationships in their life where they're like digging, like, who can I be on the biggest day of my life? I don't have enough of a support system. I have to start looking for randos who don't even want to go to my wedding
I
to
would
begin
be
with.
so embarrassed to.
Yes.
I would much rather be up there by myself
Yes.
than have
Right.
people I
Yes.
don't know.
Or
Right.
if you're the groom and the bride in that point, I'm flipping the script for a second. If you're the groom and the bride at that point and you are having such a hard time gathering people to be in your wedding, don't do a bridal party.
Yeah,
just have
don't
nobody.
do it.
Like Rhea and Marty did no bridal party. That's great. They have plenty of friends. But if you can't have a solid group standing up there with you, don't have one at all, in my opinion. Now, to circle back to our dear listener friend, unfortunately, Big T is correct. You have let this kind of behavior seep into your relationship. And I've known Big T long enough to know he doesn't deal with that. And unfortunately, if you haven't established that, you can't establish it now.
But again, if it was just going, yeah, you're going to have to suck it up and go. But the fact that they're like, hey, will you be in it? I think you can pitch it as, listen, this would be real weird
If I went.
if I went. And now maybe they don't care about that. I don't know. And then you just got to suck it up and get on a 5-hour flight to go to this wedding.
Imagine
But
if you were in the wedding and then 20 years from now, they look back at their wedding pictures and it's
What's
like,
that guy's name?
Who's that guy?
Right.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. Who was he? You knew him, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a
Oh,
weird-
so and so's girlfriend. Yeah.
Right.
It's like, yeah. I also think you need to talk to your girlfriend about it, because I think if she would be upset, again, like you've already established this, like Big T said, part of the relationship,
Yeah.
but like if she would be extremely upset if you said no, I think you should do it, obviously because it's her friends. But I think if she doesn't really have an opinion, then I think you can say no to being in it, honestly.
Bare minimum. If worse comes to worse and you are forced to be in these people's wedding, which I think would be just an absolute travesty, in no world do you pay for this.
Yeah.
You tell your girlfriend, listen, I'll do it if that's what you really want, but I'm not paying for it. Either they can pay for it or you can pay for it. It ain't going to be me.
So she's gonna now have to buy your plane ticket.
If
Yeah.
if she cares that deeply about you doing this, absolutely.
And this is a conversation that I think if you had made your values known years ago at the start of this relationship.
Yeah, you lost this 3 years
Yeah.
ago, but there is still some ways to soften the blow.
If you had made your tolerance for nonsense known
Correct.
3 years ago, then she would be like, oh, well, I'm probably not even going to ask him because he's going to say no.
Yeah.
Or I'll just mention it to him. He'll say no, and I'll be like, haha, yeah, that's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
But if you just spring this on her, then she's going to be like, wow, he's being a real dick.
Mhm.
But you're not. I don't think that this is a dick move at all.
But
No, this is crazy.
But it's also like, it's one thing to establish, like, I don't go to weddings I don't want to go to, which is what Big T has done and what this man could have done.
To be fair, not for I don't want to, for people I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, right. But you can't, I don't know if you can prepare for a calling like this.
Yeah.
You can't prepare for
No,
a
there's-
random ask
yeah,
to be a groomsman.
That's very true.
Yeah, no, like I said,
There's
this
no
is-
playbook.
This is so crazy it helps him.
Groomsman is crazy too. I thought he was
When
going
he
to
said
say maybe
like an usher.
or something that like had to get there maybe a day early. But yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, I think it really matters what your girlfriend thinks. Like if you love her and want to be with her, unfortunately, like if she wants you to do it, it's sort of like you don't want to upset her, obviously. But if she doesn't have an opinion, I really think it matters. I think it matters what she cares about because it's like her friend's wedding. So that's just my opinion. But I think you can say no if the girlfriend doesn't care.
I don't
honestly.
think he would have called if she didn't care.
That's also true.
Right. Because then she'd be like, yeah,
This would have
don't
been
do that.
resolved quickly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
quickly she would have been like, "Oh, haha, that's hilarious." No.
I really just feel bad for this, like, bride and groom.
Yeah, that's
if you're
tough.
in this kind of spot. It is just like, it's literally sad.
Yeah, that's just weird of them to it's weird that they even asked him to be in the wedding. Yeah, bizarre.
And it's also then like, but if you say no and then you go, if you say no to being the groomsman and then you go to the wedding still, then it's, I fear, double weird.
I don't know if it's that weird though
I
because you
think-
don't know them. So
Right.
it's like there's no
But I
like
think it's
ill
like,
will.
it's like, oh, hey, sorry, I like didn't want to be your. I
No.
don't know.
I'm assuming his preference is to just not have to go at all.
Well, right.
Yes.
But if he does end up going, I'd walk right up to him if anybody had a problem with me saying no to being a groomsman at a wedding for someone I don't know and be like, hey, sorry about it. Like,
Yeah, I think it's not weird at all to say
No.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know them. Like,
Right.
if it was your best friend, that'd be weird. But
You're
if
gonna
it was your best friend, you had like a past, and then you're like, no, I'm not going to be your groomsman, and then go to the wedding. Like, that's weird.
if you don't know the person's middle name, you don't need to be in their wedding. And this guy he probably doesn't know this guy's last name.
Yeah.
you have to rent a suit. You have to.
That's also crazy.
Yeah, are you going to be involved in the bachelor party now?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's
That's
so
another
much.
trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
It's so much. It seems like no though, because it seems like they're strictly doing it out of like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
they
don't
need
think-
to balance the,
yes.
which is also kind of like,
I'd be insulted.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like kind of a dick punch to the guy. Like, oh, can you just come and show up
But
and
yeah,
pay all
right.
this extra money
Now,
Right.
did she
just to stand there?
did she get the invite to be in the wedding party because the groom needed another? Like,
Well, I'm
what's going
hearing-
on with that?
No, what I'm hearing is that the girlfriend is actually close with the bride.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think she was in it already.
She's in it by account of being a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
think
took from it, too.
Yeah, I think, and then
I
maybe
know
that's
what
why they
happened.
called upon the boyfriend.
I know
Yes.
what happened.
Yes.
Okay.
The
We need this
bride-
guy to call back.
Yes, no, I'm absolutely. The bride went to her friend and said, "Listen, let's call this guy Tom. Tom, her soon-to-be husband, only has like 3 friends or whatever. I have 6 bridesmaids. Would your boyfriend be willing to do this?"
Yeah.
And then she took it back to him.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't think this was a request on the behalf of the husband.
Yes.
Agreed.
I agree as well.
He may not know.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, he's like, "Who's
surprise
this guy?"
groomsman.
He's like, "Okay, I have this many friends. We need to get this." She's like, "Okay, I'll figure out the rest."
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. She wants to have
She said she'd handle it,
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
and this is how it was handled.
she wants to
Yeah.
have all of her friends as bridesmaids because she'll probably have some friends that'll be offended if they're not asked to be bridesmaids.
Yes.
And so now she's actively recruiting them to recruit a groomsman
Yes.
on the other side. Yep.
Okay.
This is wedding culture's out of control.
That's what it's-
nowadays.
that's
A
what it's
thousand. I've been saying
The
this
wedding
for
industrial
years.
complex.
It really is.
I know.
Yep.
Like Big T, you're getting married.
Mhm.
What would you do in this situation if you're the groom?
All right. Well, I would never, ever, ever ask somebody that I didn't know to like. And if I found out that someone else had done that for me, I would be very upset
Yeah.
because that's embarrassing for that guy.
It is.
It's weird. It's very
Yeah,
strange.
I mean, y'all know me. I similarly to how I don't engage in this kind of stuff for other people. I don't do it for me either. Listen,
Yeah.
I would never ask someone that I don't know to be a groomsman. And if I asked someone and they were like, even if one of my friends was like, "Hey, I just can't swing it. I don't want to do whatever," I'd be like, "Great, that's fine." I truly don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not. Yeah, if I was that guy. I think I've talked myself into he doesn't even know this has happened.
The groom?
Yes.
Honestly, it could be. That could be the case.
I need this guy to call back.
I really do.
So bad.
Because I wonder when like the wedding is and when all the events would
Right.
be happening.
And peek behind the curtain. This voicemail is from about a month ago.
Okay.
So we
this
may
guy
have a
called in.
decision.
So we
We
might
might have
have a
something,
decision being
yeah.
made.
Can you email or call him today?
I mean, I
Do
don't
you have
think-
you just have a phone number?
It's-
I have his phone
Give
number.
it to me. I'll call him.
Text him.
I'll call him right now.
You can come live on the show.
I swear, I'll call him right now. I need to talk to this
You
guy.
want to send him a text first? Be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, this
yeah,
is
yeah,
Big T
yeah.
from Macrodosing.
Yeah.
We just read your voicemail." There's also a chance this might be a misread by the woman, by the girlfriend, and she is not super looking forward to going to this wedding. Maybe there's some drama with the other bridesmaids. Maybe it's not like.
Where are you
Right.
getting this from?
I'm just saying, this is another possibility. Maybe she's like, so she really
She wants the boyfriend.
her boyfriend
in
to
the
come
party.
because she's like, I don't want to go out there and do all this on my own.
That could be the case.
I need a buffer zone there. I need to have somebody there.
But
That
I
way don't-
also think if that was the case, he wouldn't be calling in because if he really did love her, then he'd be like, okay, well, if that's what you want.
True.
But you never
quick,
know.
We don't have this guy's name.
Let's listen back one
Yeah,
second, but I
play.
don't think we have it. Hold on.
Macrodosing crew, thanks for taking my call. Long time listener, first time caller. I've got a bit of an issue
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
say,
he
just say,
did
hey, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's Big T from Macrodosing.
Hey, brother.
Wait, you're actually
Yeah.
texting him?
Yes,
do it.
I need to talk to this guy. Y'all talk amongst yourself.
No, I'm fascinated.
Yeah, but that could also be a situation, and he doesn't want to do it, but doesn't want to let her down. But yeah, I don't know. That's just tough.
Yeah, this is an uncomfortable situation all around. I actually dealt with this, or I did not deal with this. Someone I was talking to over the weekend said that something like this happened where it was a couple that got invited to this wedding and they were like, I haven't talked to this guy since college. Like, I don't want to go to this wedding. We've had like 7 other weddings, this year. Let's just say no to this one. Boom, surprise groomsman box comes in the mail. He goes, huh? I didn't even want to go to this wedding and now I'm in it.
Oh,
That's
and then
tough.
they had to go to like the boonies to go to this wedding and he's like, I haven't talked to this guy in like 7 years.
yeah.
And now I'm in his wedding.
Best-
And again, it's like it just makes me like sad.
the best place to be is not the groomsman, but in the bachelor party. That is
Yes,
that is the
yes.
sweet spot.
That just happened to me for a wedding that I just went to like 2 weekends ago, and it really is. It's like it would have been fine if I was in the wedding, but I was like went to bachelorette party, went to the wedding, and like she's one of my really good friends. I was like,
Yeah.
this is ideal.
Sent the text.
You did.
Okay.
This is so
We're
funny.
waiting on a response. We'll give him, 5 minutes?
5 minutes sounds fair.
Yeah, and we can always get an update on Wednesday if we need, on Thursday's episode.
Yeah.
Right. I think he's gonna see, hey man, it's Big T.
Yeah, and be like,
wait a second.
Yeah, he might think it's like a spam.
No,
Text him like, can you
that's
get me
I mean,
Pretty
I
specific.
included enough information that
Yeah,
if it
he'll
was
know.
someone else, it would be
You want-
insane.
Send a picture of me and you in the studio. Give me a thumbs up. It's us.
This is hilarious. Recording at the moment.
We need you, buddy.
These voicemails are brought to you by our great friends over at Sport Clips, where it is good to be a guy. And guys come in looking like they've just been sacked by a 250-pound linebacker, but they walk out looking like a first-round pick. Sport Clips stylists have the playbook for a clean cut. They've mastered the X's and O's of men's hair. And with the MVP haircut experience, you get a hot steam towel, a massaging shampoo, and that precision cut. It's the whole 9 yards. When you step into Sport Clips, you're walking into a zone for guys. The games are on. The stylist just gets it. This is a place designed for guys to win and walk out with a haircut ready for the highlight reel. Sport Clips, it is a game changer. And these voicemails are also brought to you by Pardon My Cheesesteak. Pardon My Cheesesteak has a big new collab with Penn Station East Coast Subs to offer a new cheesesteak that raises the bar even higher for cheesesteak lovers. It is the Mega Cheesesteak, a limited time offer for this football season. The people from Penn Station Subs came into the office, cooked us up some Mega Cheesesteaks last week. They are delicious. The Mega Cheesesteak is so good. It's got a mega portion of steak, pepperoni, provolone, American cheeses, sauteed onions, mushrooms, banana peppers, and mayo. And it is so good. I never thought that a pepperoni on a cheesesteak would be something that I would be interested in. It actually does take the sub to the next level. It's
Underutilized meat.
It is. And when you mix it in with the cheesesteak itself, it's got like a slightly different consistency, a little bit of salt, a little bit of heat to it. It's delicious. Penn Station Subs have been around for 40 years. They're huge in the Midwest. The OG in craveable grilled subs. And this is available exclusively at all 320 Penn Station locations. You can literally watch your Mega Cheesesteak sizzle. You can watch it melt on the grill. The fries are so good too. Penn Station Subs is the only place where you can get the Mega Cheesesteak. Order it in-store, online, or through the the Penn Station app for delivery. It's a game changer of a sub. I had my mind blown by it. I've never had my mind blown by a sandwich like I had my mind blown by this. You're going to love it. Check it out at Penn Station Subs. Okay, have we heard back from...
No, I've got nothing.
Our
So
mystery
maybe
man.
I assume I'll hear back from him at some point. So maybe we couch it till Wednesday.
Yeah, let's couch it.
We might have to have him call in on Wednesday.
I
when we
would
record.
love nothing more.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems like a nice guy too. Like,
yeah,
this is
like
tough.
he wants to do the right thing,
Yeah.
but he also doesn't want to do it. Which is
Sometimes the
fair.
right thing is saying no.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, until then, we will see you guys later. Love you guys.